This morning is July 13th. It is my birthday. It is also the last full day of hanging out in Idaho, which is really, we usually go on 1-week trips, and after a week, you're kind of coming up to speed with being on the road and exploring new and different places. And this was the first time we plotted a 2-week trip, and after 2 weeks, I'm really used to this and I really don't want to leave. I miss the West. I miss the desert. I miss pushing my body to extremes of driving on end, exposure to the heat, just being out of my element. It makes these trips all the more worthwhile. So this morning I got up early to explore the sand dunes at Bruneau Sand Dunes State Park in Idaho. The sand out here, right? Just the desert, right? The desert landscape around me in this park, in this valley, on average is like the last couple days. The first day was 105, then it was 107. When it's 107, the sand temperature of these dunes is like 130 to 150 degrees. So one of the cool things they made mention of that I was kind of looking to do is they rent sandboards, kind of like a snowboard. You can carry it up here and ride down the sand. Not sure that's going to work out because they stop renting them after the temperature gets to be 80 degrees, which it's 6:25 right now. Sunrise was supposed to be at 6:15. And I'm imagining it hasn't poked through the haziness because even in the southern part of the state, we're seeing a lot of haze from the wildfires. And so yesterday, it was probably 20 minutes after scheduled sunrise, the sun just kind of popped out of the horizon, and there it was. And so I'm kind of expecting that at any point. And when it does, obviously the temperature in the valley here will start to rise. By about 10:30, 11, it's starting to get hot. So the visitor center that rents the boards opens at 9. It would maybe give me an hour and a half. Although, as it starts to get warmer, climbing up these things and then coming down and then going back up doesn't sound like a really great time. So I'm hoping to get up on top of this dune in front, which is not very tall. Just for point of reference, so let me think a minute here. So the observatory is right about over here, and our cabin's about over here. And I you got a little mountain range back here. Here's this first dune in front of me. The longer rift is actually behind this, and I kind of walked through the field here and was on the edge of a smaller one facing the larger one behind this yesterday morning. So I was way out that way. I didn't drive over here. Thought I'd get here to try to get sunrise as I climb around on top of this. But the big one, unfortunately, is, it looks like, oh, I could just walk right up to it. Well, there's actually a lake here in front of this one that wraps all the way around to where I was. I was on the edge of the lake yesterday morning. So I really don't know how. It would obviously not be very easy to access this one at all. The road kind of goes around to the smaller dune over here and just stops. So there's no road to get you anywhere near climbing up on that one. So we'll see how this goes. All right, so now I'm on top of the larger the larger sand dune that I was standing in front of outside of the car, which is right there. Okay. So I originally started approaching this from here and saw there was it was a little bit more of a path. Seemed to be an easier climb up the middle here. But from up here you can see the smaller dune. This would be cool for smaller children when the temperature isn't so drastic. And you can see the rift I'm standing on top of. This is pretty cool. Pretty awesome sunrise coming up beyond the lake there. The sun is much more impressive than this camera is depicting. Beautiful shades of red. It looks very big to my eyes in front of me. It does not look that way on the screen, is what it is. But okay, so again, recapping yesterday, cabins over here. I walked to the edge of the lake, around the lake, and was up on top of this dune here, which doesn't look like much of anything when you're looking at this big boy over here, or quite frankly the one I'm standing on. But what's unfortunate, and maybe somewhat deliberate, is there's really no easy way to get to that guy. I mean, if I would have started off down here earlier and was, you know, if I took the same trek I did yesterday and approached the largest of the dunes and was there right about this time, at about 6:40, going up that guy would be doable. It's just, it's more legwork to get there, and to get there at a reasonable temperature could be a challenge. So I'm probably going to vacate the idea of going over there just for the sake of time. But beautiful, beautiful state park, very unusual. Caitlin did make mention that these were some of the largest sand dunes in the country. I don't want to say the largest. With some of the deserts we have around the country, that may not be accurate, but certainly going to look into that to understand that further. There are fishing opportunities in this park, lots of camping. There's only two Class A trailers over there. Another family staying in another cabin, and I don't believe anyone else is staying at this park at all. Of course, it is a Tuesday during the business week, so might explain part of it. There were about 6 people here over the weekend, so it is what it is. But this has been a great experience. I highly recommend Bruneau Sand Dune State Park as a destination if you ever venture into Idaho. Really spectacular. So are all the parks in the state. This has been an incredible trip. Checked a number of items off our bucket lists for national parks and national monuments. And just great to be out in the wild and doing our thing, being dirtbags with our toddler. It's good stuff. And the more we do this with her, the more she loves it. So, you know, if you have a little one and maybe you only have one and they're really little and you're like, I'm not sure about taking them outdoors and doing all this crazy stuff, do it. You know, the sooner you expose them to this kind of thing and get them interested into it, you know, it kind of sets a or has the potential to stand a lifelong interest. My older two, you know, were kind of into this, although I haven't been able to take them on any of these journeys, just, you know, the way the school year calendar rolls and some of the things we have going on. Hopefully they'll have some of that opportunity here in the near future too. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Hope you come out here. Hope you explore Idaho one day. Amazing place. You know, so many people seek these hot destinations, you know, off the coast of Florida and various places internationally. Like, you have a world at your disposal in the national park system in this country. If you haven't explored it all, why are you looking at other countries? That's my question. Love this country, love this park system, love all there is to explore in this country. Go out and enjoy some of it. Talk to you soon. Just thought of one thing I had not pointed out, and that is the observatory here. They have one of the best observatories for visitors to interact with. I think in the West. Not entirely sure, but for whatever reason it's still closed due to COVID. But if you want to pay $70, you can rent it out for 15 people. We did not do that, and did not see anyone else do it. But another amazing key thing of this place. Having a little fun in the sand here. Now the question is, how do I go down? I don't have a board, so I thought this could be interesting. It's a lot further down than it looks. And my pants don't slide on this very well. And my shoes are totally full of sand. Pretty awesome. I know, I feel like a 5-year-old playing on the sand, but sometimes you got to do that at 45.